Welcome to Between Two Asses. My name is Robin, and this is Cisco, and this is Austin. And our mission here is to spread kindness among jackasses. We hope you'll join us regularly, so please subscribe now. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything, and you're not bound to anything by subscribing. It just lets you know, hey, this is a channel, I don't want to miss any of their content. YouTube, whenever they release something, please let me know. So if you press that subscribe button right now, we'll make sure you get the notifications. So today I was reminded this last week in therapy that we have like a superpower, and it's free, and you can use it wherever, whenever, and it's really actually something that is important to understand about in your life. So first of all, if you need a superpower, that supposes that there's a bad guy. So what is the bad guy in our life? Well, for many people, it's actually not something outside of ourselves, it's something inside of ourselves. And the one word that we use in psychology to describe that thing inside of ourselves is the inner critic. So if that seems to resonate with you, this little episode is going to be all about creating a safe, comfortable place where you can turn off the inner critic and turn on your safe, comfortable place. So what is the inner critic? Well, you probably have some, excuse me, Austin, you're getting hay in my tea. Sorry, this is we're shooting live. We don't do a lot of editing, so at times we might have to stop and make corrections. So what is the inner critic? Well, you probably have some familiarity with him or her. It's that voice in your head that starts sometimes before you even get out of bed, just yip-yapping about what a terrible person you are, what a loser you are, how you don't measure up, how you'll never be enough, how everything that's gone bad in life is all your fault, etc., etc., etc. So some of the most damaging things that the inner critic tells us is, the worst thing they could ever tell us is the world is a better place without you. That is a lie. Terrible lie, the worst lie anybody ever believes. Sadly, many people believe that every single day, and we lose lives of wonderful people who, had they just learned to doubt the inner critic, not to take the inner critic at his or her word, would still be here today to live again and enjoy their lives and their families. It's tragic, totally tragic when that happens. But for the rest of us that don't get quite that depressed or quite that despairing, still the inner critic can really tamp us down, like really tamp us down. And sometimes, again, we don't even have to get out of bed and do anything wrong before we're already feeling, negative and incapable and like we don't measure up and we never will, and so forth and so on. So the first thing to do is to start recognizing that voice in your head. That voice in your head is the inner critic. It's not you. It may not even have any bearing in reality. It may not be your voice at all. It may be the voice of an abusive parent, an abusive partner, a teacher, a minister even, or a bully at school. But the first thing to do is to recognize, okay, hold on a minute. I'm pretty sure that's not me. I'm pretty sure that's the inner critic, okay? Second of all, it can be helpful to begin asking yourself, okay, whose voice does that remind me of? Oh, yeah. That's that horrible fourth grade teacher that kept putting me out in the hallway and making me write sentences. And later on, I found out I have dyslexia and ADD. And she was just horrible to me, and she wasn't helping me, and I was really struggling. I needed help, So that was totally bogus, the things that she did to me, the things that she said to me. And you know what? I'm just going to give all of that back to her today, Mrs. whomever, Harbison. That's all for you. And that doesn't have any bearing on who I am today. I'm actually very accomplished now. I'm doing a great job in my life. I'm human. I make mistakes all the time, but I'm getting through it. Okay? So recognizing who the inner critic is, giving it back to the person who might have instilled that particular voice in your head. And then the third step is to learn to turn the volume down on that and turn the volume up on the positive affirmations about myself. Now, this is kind of an overused catchphrase. So it's not Stuart Smalley on Saturday Night Live because I'm good enough and by golly, people like me, or whatever it was that he said. That was pretty humorous. But it is about, you know, like I said just then, like stating the things that are true about me, that are positive, not puffing myself up, but just sort of taking responsibility that, hey, no, I am a good person. I try my best. I make mistakes like everybody else. I learn from them and I move on and I try to do better the next day. Or, you know what, actually today I was kind of a rock star. Like I started my YouTube channel between two asses. I got all this stuff going all by myself. I learned how to use the microphone, you know, whatever it is, just like taking credit for the things that I'm doing well. So turning the volume down on the inner critic, turning the volume up on the positive affirmations about myself, okay? All right, so I want to teach you a strategy, and it's called creating a safe, comfortable place, okay? So I want you to take a moment. I'm going to do this with you. Let's take a moment and I want you to think about a place, okay? And it can be a real place or an imaginary place in your life. It can be a combination of real and imaginary. And let's just take a moment to think that through, okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use one that's very commonly used in therapy. And then you ask yourself, okay, that's not a good one for me for whatever reason. I'm going to choose a different place. Probably the most common ones that I've heard of are like grandma's house, right? My bedroom, or a sunny but breezy beach scene. Those are probably the most common scenes that people choose as their safe, comfortable place. So I'm going to go with the beach scene. All right, so now I want you to scan through all of your senses. Imagine that you're in your safe, comfortable place. All right, what am I going to see in this safe, comfortable place of mine? Just take a moment in your mind's eye and think about what are all the things I would see, the colors of this place, the textures surrounding me. Actually, over in the corner, I'm seeing a squirrel in a big knot hole in a tree. He's doing something really cute. I wish I could show you guys that. What are the things that I will see in my safe, comfortable place? You see them too, huh, Cisco? All right, second, what do I hear in my safe, comfortable place? What are the sounds? If I'm at the beach, I'm going to be hearing the rolling waves coming in and out. I'm going to probably hear a seagull here and there. Maybe I'm going to hear some families interacting nearby, children laughing, playing in the water. All right, so what are you going to be hearing in your safe, comfortable place? Next, what do you smell? If you're in an inside safe, comfortable place, then it might be a particular potpourri or diffused oil maybe you like. Remember, you can bring in anything you want. Oh, I can smell fresh baked chocolate chip cookies in the kitchen, but I'm in the bedroom. Or I can smell everything is completely clean and it's been hung out on the line and it all smells like clean linen. For me on the beach, I'm going to be smelling the salty air. Going to be smelling some palm nearby. I'm going to be smelling the fruits in my drink that I'm holding. Maybe I'll smell that copper tone, right? It's such a smell for us from childhood. Smell the copper tone on my skin. Just taking a moment to bring all of that to your awareness. All right, and what will you taste in your safe, comfortable place? So you might just say, oh, I just brushed my teeth, so I have minty fresh breath. Or I've poured myself my favorite cup of coffee or tea. I've prepared myself some tea and cookies. And I can smell and taste that wonderful aroma and taste of those things. And finally, what do I touch? So for me, I love to be in a hammock. I just love gentle sort of rocking back and forth, and that's always nice. There's a lot of research that that's really nice. So I can feel just swaddled and cared for in my hammock. And I can hear the sound of the gentle creaking of the ropes around the trees that are supporting me. And I can feel the gentle breeze. It's 82 degrees and sunny, but I'm in the shade. And I can feel the breeze just passing over my face. Okay? All right, now I want us to do this exercise together because it's kind of nice to do it with somebody else the first few times. And then you can work on this anytime. Again, I would encourage you anytime you get stressed out or that inner critic starts to fire up and yip yap about what a loser you are, just like, you know what, I'm going to the beach. Appreciate your feedback, don't appreciate it. You're going back to Mrs. Harbison, thank you very much, and I'm going to the beach. All right? So scan your body first. I want you to just take a moment. I want you to just kind of head to toe, scan your body. Notice any areas of tension. Okay, look, I have my shoulders up. So I'm just going to relax my shoulders. I'm going to ground my feet firmly on the ground. And I'm in sand, so I can, oh, sand, that's going to help me a lot. But I can kind of wiggle my toes and really get my feet in there so I can feel that sand all around my feet supporting me and the arches of my feet even. And just lengthen your back a little bit if you can. And now let's just take a few long, slow, deep breaths. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. I think you can still hear me if you have your eyes closed. Maybe you can hear the munching of the hay too. That's kind of nice. And let's take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Let me give you some time to do that. All right, in your mind's eye now, take a step or two over to your safe, comfortable place, wherever it is that you have chosen. Bringing with you something that you've chosen to eat or drink, making sure the lights are just the way you like them. making sure there'll be no interruptions, taking plenty of time just to center yourself in your safe, comfortable place. And beginning to notice all the things that you see around you in your safe, comfortable place. Looking at the colors and the textures, the way the light is, a few objects nearby, just taking it all in. And now, what are you hearing in your safe, comfortable place? Noticing the sounds, just allowing them to wash over you. Now, what do you smell in your safe, comfortable place? Really take a few long, slow inhalations in through your nose. And what are you tasting? Maybe you've brought something very special just to nibble on, or just to allow to be in your mouth for a while, leaving that wonderful flavor that only you like. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's just right for you. That's for me, Austin. Don't interrupt. No, you can't have that. No means no. And finally, what are you touching in your safe, comfortable place? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Okay. Now, if your eyes are closed, you can gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. Austin said he really enjoyed this activity. He said he needed to taste my oatmeal cookies, and I can't blame you because they are some good ones. They are, aren't they, Cisco? All right, now scan your body again and tell me if you notice anything different. Take a moment and just notice how you're feeling. How's your breath? How's your muscle tension? I better eat these cookies before a tiny donkey comes and swipes them from me. Do you feel the difference? Do you feel it? It really is a superpower, you know? Just to turn that inner critic voice off. It's there all the time. Everybody has that. You don't need to feel bad about it. They're taking a little water break in case you're wondering where they're going. They're taking a little water break too. So I hope you'll practice this. I think it's an incredible thing. Again, you don't need to go to the doctor to do this. You don't need to have a prescription to do this. Just taking a moment at any time when you're starting to feel agitated or upset or frenzied in your day, just say, you know what, let me take a 5-minute break and I'm going to go to my safe, comfortable place I'm going to ground myself in the here and now. I am safe now. I'm here now. All is well. For me, this is probably the very best, safe, comfortable place I can think of. Hanging out with my little guys. Hey, except for when they try to steal my cookies. And don't try it. Don't try it. Embarrassing, right? Here in front of company? Okay, thank you. No means no. Live animals. What are you going to do? So I see a lot of clients in therapy, and I always ask them at some point, hey, what do you think has been the most helpful part of this therapy thing? And they all say the same thing. It's the prayer at the end. So I'm a Christian counselor. So I pray usually at the end of every session, unless somebody doesn't want me to pray, and of course I'll respect that. But so what I'm going to do here in a few seconds is I'm going to say a prayer. And I just invite you to stay and pray with us, or this is probably a great opportunity for you to sign off if you'd rather not pray, and that's totally fine. Okay? Thank you again for those of you who are leaving. We thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. And again, it doesn't cost you anything. No commitment on your part, just to subscribe. It means you'll get the next video and the next video and the next video on your YouTube feed. All right? For those of you who are staying, let's just take a moment and pray. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this wonderful time together. We thank you for all of our senses. We recognize that not everybody has access to all of their senses. And for the ones that we have today, we just give you thanks and praise. Lord, we want to ask for you to help us to quiet the inner critic, to really allow those voices to diminish, to remember that we are not those voices. Those voices are not you. You would never say those ugly things about us. And that we are your lovely, wonderful children, made in your own image, even when we make terrible mistakes. Lord, I lift up to you everybody who's participated today, everybody who's here just coming and hanging out with us in the donkey pen. Bless and keep them all week long, and allow a safe, comfortable place to become just another option for them to manage their lives. There's so many difficult things that happen in a day, in a life. And Lord, I just ask for you again to bless them and keep them this week. We love you, God. Amen. All right. Thank you again for stopping by. We sure did have a nice time with you. Hope you enjoyed my little asses. Sometimes they are jackasses and have a lot of jackassery, a lot of tomfoolery going on over here in the donkey pen, but ultimately they're just a great little group. So please come back. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.